Hi guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Giving my nails a little break again from press-on nails. Just like to do that from time to time so they stay kind of healthy. But yeah, so today is another installment in my eyeshadow palette declutter series. So today I have a couple more 9 pans that I found. So I'll do those first. And then I have my quads, 5 pans, then my 6 pans, and then I believe it's 8 pan that I pulled out. But let's start with these first. Let me move some stuff here. Alright, so let's start with these. So I have my Shroud Cosmetics X Halo Bean, and I saw some things went down with Shroud Cosmetics, but I like supporting Batty Bean because she is one of my favorite creators on here. So I am going to keep this one, and I do like the quality of the product as well. And then I have the Shroud It's Freaking Bats, which was the first one. I'm going to keep that one, which is the other collab with her. Then I have these. These are from BH Cosmetics. I don't know if these are available anymore. These are really good quality. I actually really quite enjoy them. So I'm going to keep that one. This one here, is it Low Key Love You? This one I have not used yet, but I'm excited. I want to use. I picked these up when they were at my local Ross. This one's looking like a snack. Again, I haven't used this one yet. This is one reason I'm doing this palette declutter, so I can start pulling out things that I haven't used yet. Ignored the language, but that was part of the collection. This one, these beautiful green colors in here. Then we have this one, which I may have to blur the front out. I mean, my channel's not monetized, so I don't think I'll have to worry about it, but it's this one I haven't used yet. I'm keeping all of these. And then we have Do Not Disturb, and again, another one I haven't opened yet. So I was late to the game on these. I honestly bought all of them because I believe it was this one that Angelica Unique Fest recommended and said was really good, and it's really good quality. So I picked them all up. So we'll see that some of these may end up in palette declutter later on if I don't like the looks that I do with them. Alright, so let me set these to the side because I'm keeping all of those. And now let's dig into my quads, my 5 pans, things like that, and like duos and stuff. Let's start with my quads. Okay. Alright, so first up we have this Lottie London one. This is the Mauves. I did not like this. I got this in an Ipsy bag, I believe it was. And it's just not pigmented enough for me. So I'm going to declutter this one. Then we have this one from Shayna B. Miami. Again, got this in an Ipsy. This is just a duo. It is nice quality, but I don't reach for these 2 shades very often, and even if I wanted to, I'd reach for them more in my bigger palettes. So I tend to keep my smaller palettes more for everyday or for travel, easy peasy type of looks. So I'm going to declutter this one, but it is good quality. Then we have this one, again another Ipsy glam bag. This is Estate. This one is very, very subtle. This matte right here, I can pack and pack and pack it on, and it just doesn't really show up too much for me. The shimmer's nice, but I mean, if I'm going to keep it, I want both shades to work, especially since there's only two. So I'm going to declutter this one. And we have this one from Lovecraft Beauty. This is the Outer Limits. This is a trio. I love the quality of these. I actually wore this paired with one of the other ones from them during my vlog of Spookalla, and I really like how it turned out that day. So I am going to keep this one because I do really like this one for travel. Then next we have another one from Estate. This is Mystic Forest. I don't know if I told you the name of the other one. The other one was Baby Girl. This one is Mystic Forest. This one has more pigmentation, but I don't really care for this shimmer. It's a little too deep for me. So for that reason, I'm just going to declutter it. But this one is better performance-wise than the Baby Girl one. Alright, then we have another Lovecraft Beauty one. And this one I love for just like an easy neutral look. Easy neutral look. This is Muted Techno. The one before that was Outer Limits. Not sure if I told you guys or not. But this one is like great for every day because you have your light matte, you have your deepening matte, and then a really nice everyday shimmer. So keeping that one. Okay. Then we have this one from Lovecraft Beauty. It's another trio. This is Masquerade. And this one I don't use as much, but when I want kind of a pinky purple tone. And this pinky shimmer right here is good for mainly just kind of blending this one out. But I do enjoy the quality of this one, and I do reach for it in my travel bag or like my quick little overnight bags a lot of times. So I'm going to keep this one as well. Alright, then we're down, well, not down to, we still have lots more to go, but these smaller palettes, we have this one from What's Up Beauty. This is Plumeur or Plumeur. It's Plmuor. I can't spell today. Plmuour. Alright, so that's what this one looks like. Now, don't get me wrong, these are nice quality, but you have to like a really subtle look to use these because these shimmers are not super impactful. You could have gotten these through Ipsy as well, but I bought mine separately. But I'm kind of regretting it because I don't really like the quality of this one. Now the Dragon palette that they have, that one I like because the shimmers are a little more impactful than these. I don't know, I mean maybe these are just a little more hard pressed or something, but to me they're just way too subtle. So I'm going to declutter this one. And then the other one is Latitude. And same thing, just way too subtle for my liking. Because I like my shimmers to be like sparkly and impactful. So, decluttering that one as well. Alright. Let me see here. Let's get into... Okay, so the rest of these should be quads and then my 5 pans. So we have Down to Earth from ColourPop. I got this in a ColourPop mystery box. And I'll be honest, I was excited to get quads, ColourPop quads in a lot of the mystery boxes I got. But so far, I've decluttered all of them. And this one is an all matte palette. And I've told you guys, I'm not a huge fan of all matte palettes. You have to like really wow me. And this is very deep, which would be great if I, you know, I'm someone with a deeper undertone or deeper skin tone, but I'm not, so I don't think it'll work for me. So I'm going to pass it on and hopefully it'll find a better home. So I'm going to declutter this one. Excuse my snuffy sounding, my allergies are acting up today. Alright, so next in the quads we have these little ones that BH Cosmetics came out with, but these came out after Makeup Revolution or Revolution Beauty bought BH Cosmetics, and I'll be honest with you, the quality of these are just not as good as the original travel palettes that I have. I think I have like maybe 1 or 2 Instagram Reels / TikToks with some of these. I believe this is one of them. This is the Iceland one. So for that reason, I'm going to declutter this one. And we have the Egypt one. This is another one I did a video with. I think I might have used this within another video where I was like doing my hair or something. Again, just not the BH Cosmetics quality that, again, not the BH Cosmetics quality I expect. So I'm going to declutter that one. Then we have the Miami one. And I never even opened this one because I was not wowed by the other two. So I'm going to declutter this one and pass it along. Same with the Malibu one. Never opened for that very reason. Plus I was like, not a huge fan of the color story of this one either. So decluttering that one. And then lastly we have the Mykonos one. And I'll be honest, I think this was the one I actually liked the most out of the group. Mainly because of this like really pretty blue shimmer. But it's not enough for me to keep the palette. So I'm going to declutter this one as well. Okay. Alright, moving on to more of my quads. I have a Give Beauty one. This is Just a Girl. It's a little hard to open. So this one. And Give Beauty and Give Beauty is very neutral with their looks because that's kind of Gwen's thing. So far I haven't seen too much color in like at least eyeshadow palette forms. I think she's done more color in like her lipsticks and her blushes and things like that so far, but I do love the quality of these. These are like so easy to just pick up, create a look, and be done with it. Sorry for the scratching. My cat is wanting in here and she can't come in here. So I'm going to keep this one. Then I also have Rich Girl from Give Beauty. Again, just another easy, don't have to think about it type of palette. Keeping. And I have Danger Zone from that brand as well. This one is a little more cool toned. I do like it. Keeping. And then lastly we have Simple Kinda Life. And this is the one that's an all matte palette. And I go back and forth on this one because, you know, like I've told you guys multiple times, I'm not someone who reaches for an all matte palette very much because I like to have a mix of shimmers and mattes. And the quality has to like really, really wow me. I do think though that this is good enough quality for me to want to keep it, at least for now, because it has nice shades to be able to blend out other shades if need be. So I am gonna keep it for now. Alright, next let's get into my 5-pan palettes. Alright, so we have ColourPop Statement Piece. I got this in a ColourPop mystery box. I just don't reach for 5-pan ColourPop palettes, to be honest with you. I always end up decluttering them. This is kind of like a peachy coral tone. I'm just going to pass this one along. It's brand new. No sense in me keeping it and trying it when I know I'm just going to ultimately declutter it anyways. Same with this one. All of Flutter. I'll open it and show you guys the colors. And it's just, I don't know. These just don't speak to me, and I think that might be the case for a lot of people. That's why they end up in the mystery boxes. But I'm going to declutter this one as well. And we have Color Vision. This was like their neon collection, where it was really not neon. Like you have a kind of neon-y pink color in there, but the rest is neutral. Gonna declutter that one. Then we have Cashmere Forever from ColourPop. Now this one was one I was considering keeping because you guys know I love purple. But I don't think I need these because I have these shades in other ColourPop palettes. And it's just, I don't know. I just have a thing against these 5-pans, I guess. I don't know. They just don't appeal to me. So, going to declutter this one, pass it on. And then this was another one I believe I was considering. This one's On a Wing. Because I think this one is more cool tone purples. Yeah. It's coming off more brown on the camera, but it's actually more like cool toned mauve-y purples, which I have these in other ColourPop palettes. I have Flutterby and I have Lilac a lot and all those, so I don't need these. So I'm going to declutter that one as well. And then my last 5-pan is this one from Ofra. This is the only palette I own from Ofra, and this is the collab with Allie Dawson. This is the Falling in Love palette, and this one's really pretty for fall. I do wish that it had another shimmer in here, because this shimmer is not bad, but I would have preferred maybe like a 6-pan with one more shimmer in here. But the quality is good. But Ofra is not really a brand that speaks to me at all, to be honest with you. I just really like Allie's content on here, and so I wanted to support her. So that's why I bought this one. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one because I want to keep it for that reason. Alright, let me gather my 6-pans and I'll be right back. Alright, so here are my 6-pan palettes. Let's start with, let's see here. Let's start with this one. This is from Tarte. This is the Tartelette Spark. I think I found this at a Bell's outlet for really cheap. And it is good quality. So I do think I'm going to put it in the maybe pile for right now and then circle back to it. Alright, then next we have the Essence Don't Stop Believin' In. These are their newer mini palettes that they've come out with. They don't come out with them as much as they used to. These are now in cardboard and there's no mirror in them, and they unfold like that. This matte here, this light matte, doesn't really work for me, and this darker browny purple is just a little ashy on me. This shimmer is nice. This shimmer is nice. this matte kind of cream color here is good for blending out, but I'll be honest with you, there's just not enough pigmentation in this one for me to really keep it. So, and I hate this packaging. I hate this new packaging. I mean, it's nice that it's magnetic, but I just don't like it. So I'm going to declutter that one. Same with this one. This is Essence as well. This is Don't Worry Be ... Same thing. This one is more gray toned. Shimmers are nice. Mattes are okay, but I just not wowed by it. So I'm going to declutter that one as well. Now, these I like. These I am going to keep. This is their original packaging, which is plastic, which I know is not great for the environment. They have a mirror in them, and they are 6-pan palettes. And these I really like the quality of. They're super easy. They're so small that they're so easy to travel with and not really have to think about. So I do want to keep this one, as well as this one. This is I Like to Mauve It, Mauve It. And try to say that without singing the I Like to Move It song. Again, just these nice mauve tones, really super easy to create with, keeping. Same with this one. This is the My Rose Will Go On. They're a little hard to open, but not too bad. You got your pinky tones. This one has a lot of like light colors in it, so don't expect too much from this one, with the exception of maybe that one. But I do like it and enjoy it, so I'm going to keep it. And we have this one. This is Ice Ice Baby. You know the reference, you know the reference, especially if you're a 90s teen like me. 80s child, 90s teen, you know who Vanilla Ice is and the reference. This one I really like. I think it's really pretty. I love when I create my little like smoky blue looks with this one. Keeping. We have Nothing Compares to Nude. Again, just super easy. Don't have to think about it. Type of palette. Keeping. And these are really cheap. I think they're like $3.99 or $4.99. Same with this one. This one's Bronzed This Way. This is probably my second favorite out of the bunch. You get a nice bronze tone look out of it. Keeping. Then we have Dancing Green. This was like their most popular one, I believe. This one was always sold out. Really pretty green olivey looks with this one. Keeping. And then the last out of those Essence ones is Coral Me Maybe. You don't get the reference. There's like song references to these. Like Dancing Green is kind of like Dancing Queen, and then Coral Me Maybe is like Call Me Maybe. Again, this is another kind of lighter tone with the exception of this dark brown here. Keeping. Alright, next we have Violet Voss Care Bears. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really reach for this palette. But it's Care Bears, and I think I'm just going to keep it for the nostalgia of the Care Bears. Because, like I told you, I'm an 80s kid. So Care Bears have a special place for me, as well as Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright. I'm still waiting on that Rainbow Bright makeup collection. I do have the Strawberry Shortcake one from Glamlight. This one has a mix of mattes and shimmers. I think I've used this once with the, yeah, because I've definitely dug into that blue and this shimmer here. But yeah, I don't really reach for it very much, but I am going to keep it because it's Care Bears. right. Next, we're gonna dig into this one. Oops. Let's do this one next. This is from Cursed Cosmetics. This is Cursed Cosmetics X Asylum 49. I'm not sure what that is. This is the first thing I ever tried from Cursed Cosmetics because I got their mystery box. The mystery box was a little disappointing because there wasn't that much in it. If you want to watch the video, it should be up on my channel from a while back. But I will tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with this palette. So it's in all, like, I say shimmer, but I think they're like multi-chromes and stuff in here palette. I paired this with my Melt X Bailey Sarian palette, specifically this shade right here, and I loved how that look turned out on my Instagram reels, I believe it was, and I think my TikTok. Bailey actually liked the reel over on Instagram, so that was pretty cool for me. But yeah, I definitely want to use this again because I was really impressed with the quality. I want to pair it again with my Melt palette, maybe using this blue shimmer. Maybe it's a multi-chrome, I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping this because I really like the quality of this. And you guys know me, I don't keep all shimmer palettes. So you know it had to really wow me for me to keep it. Alright, next let's dig into my Glamlight Hershey Kisses palettes. So this is the Special Dark palette. I'll be honest, this packaging is cute, but it's a pain to store. And a little bit of a pain to open. This is the purple one. Really pretty. Again, I was late to the game on these. I didn't buy these until they got in my local, like, Ross, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx, and I went hunting for them. I still need to use this one. I know, shocker, right? It's the purple one, and I haven't used it yet. But I am going to keep it. Okay. Then we have the Cookies and Cream one. This is the first Cookies and Cream they did palette. This is the blue one. Another one that I have not used yet. Yeah, I have not used yet. Really like the colors in here though. I have heard the quality of these are not as good as a lot of their other palettes, so I am a little disappointed in that. Like I said, I haven't used these two yet, so I can't testify to that with these two. Like you can't really set them on top of each other too much either because they want to slide a bit. Next in that set we have the Lava Cake one. This is the pink one. This one I used. Now this shade right here to me is more of a toppery shade, which was disappointing because it's the lightest shimmer in there. And then I used this one too. As you see, I really kind of dug in there, so I see what people are talking about with the quality of at least the shimmers in this palette for Glamlight, because Glamlight shimmers are usually pretty good. These are not their great quality shimmers, at least this palette that I've used so far. But I do want to keep it and give it another go. Maybe use it some more to see if it survives my next declutter. So I'm going to keep for now. And we have the Milk Chocolate Almond palette. Now I've used this one too. The shimmers in this one are a little bit better. You do have to be careful because they do crumble. As you see, that one's kind of doing right there because it's so soft. But I did like the shimmers in this one better than the Lava Cake one. And this matte was nice. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one too. And then last in that one is the milk chocolate palette. And this is another one I have not used yet that I want to try out. So keeping. Okay, I'm going to stick these back in my container because they're sliding. I'm afraid they're going to slide off and break. And I'm just going to pull these other ones out for now. Alright, sorry. Alright, sorry for the interruption. My battery died mid-sentence, so I'm hoping that it got the last things I said, but we're just going to move on here. And so these are my Tarte palettes. Most of these came from their holiday collections. I think there's one or two that I bought separately. This is the Tartelette one. Again, I told you guys in my 9-pan video that I love reaching for Tarte palettes for my everyday looks, so I don't have to think about them. So I'm going to keep probably all of these pretty much. I want to keep that one, which is Tartelette. Then we have this one, which is another Tartelette, but I think it's different. Yes, they're different. I'm going to keep this one. I love these shimmers in these. They're very sparkly. I'm going to keep that one. And we have the Tartelette Starlight. This one's more goldy bronze. Keeping. And we have Maneater. Is that one. I haven't used this one yet. I've kind of heard hit or miss quality with, I think it was this one or it might have been the Big Eagle one. It might have been both, don't remember. But I want to try this one out, see how I like it. This one I bought separately. This was not part of a set. And we have Lights, Camera, Action, or no, Lights, Camera, Lashes, sorry. There's that one. This one's got more of like pink undertones to it. I'm going to keep that one. And these all still smell really nice. So then we have this one. This is the Big Ego. I believe this is the second one because one of them is part of a holiday set and one of them is not. I believe it Big Ego. I can't remember which one it is, but one of these because one's a darker case and one's a lighter case. But one of them I bought separately and one is part of a holiday collection. So I want to keep this one. Excuse me. And here's the other Big Ego. I want to keep this one. And then lastly, we have the Maracuja Juicy, which I want to keep as well. Alright, so next we have, and lastly for this video, my 8 pans, I believe. So let me move these aside and pull them over and I'll be right back. Alright, let's get into my 8-pan palettes now. So we have this one from Unearthly. This is Spaced Out. I just recently got this on a clearance because I ordered one of her older mystery boxes. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to try it. You guys know I like to get the mystery boxes so I can try the brands. And I've heard good things about this brand and their formula though. So I'm excited to try it. So I'm going to keep this one. Then I got this one in, I believe it was an Ice Cream Beauty bag. It was definitely a subscription bag. It was either Ice Cream Beauty or Slay Beauty Box. I no longer get Slay Beauty Box, but I do still get Ice Cream Beauty. I was pleasantly surprised with the quality of this palette. It actually performed really nice. I had never used Mirabella eyeshadows, but I had used like lip products that I got from them, and I enjoyed their lip products. So yeah, this actually shocked me because it looked like it might not be much, but it was actually really pretty. I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to keep this. Then we have this one from Wicked Widow Beauty. This is the Lovesick palette. So this did come in an ice cream beauty box, but I had bought mine before I knew it was going to be in the ice cream beauty box. So I did have two, but I did pass the other one on to my sister. But this was my first time trying the brand. I really like their formula. This is so far become one of my favorite brands. I use this to create two Valentine's Day looks. I don't think I filmed either one though, so sorry about that, but I loved both of them. How rude. I loved both of them. I did a pink look and a purple look, and they turned out so pretty. I love this like shimmer right here. They're kind of like multi-chromes, or they are multi-chromes, duochrome slash things. But super pretty. Love it. Again, I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not great at describing things and knowing exact formulas like a lot of content creators. I'm just someone who loves makeup. Alright, so this was the other one that I got from them, and this was Graveyard Smash, and I haven't used this one yet. This was another one that came in Ice Cream Beauty, but I do want to pull it out and use it. It's more fall colors, but I mean, you could use this anytime you want. I'm not someone who's like, oh, you can only use these colors at this time. I don't believe in that, but it is a fall toned palette, obviously. I mean, it's got Halloween kind of theming to it, but I'm excited to try the formula in this one, especially if it is just as good as the Lovesick palette. So I am keeping this one. Alright, so then we have, this palette's pretty old. This is Celestial Thunder Dominique Cosmetics. I got this in a boxy charm a while ago, and I've used it maybe once or twice, and I don't like it. I can't really seem to create color story looks that I like out of this, so I'm just going to let it go. Pass it along to someone else. Alright, then we have some BH Cosmetics, and these are older palettes as well. And I'm not someone who throws palettes away when, you know, technically they're expired or whatever. If it's still performing, especially a powder product, unless it starts smelling like rancid or something, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not saying that's what you should do, because these things technically are supposed to have a shelf life. There's a little thing on the back that tells you. This one, I believe, says 24 months. So technically after 2 years, this was expired. So, but I really like the quality of these. Mine are still working really good. I did get mine way after the fact. I got them when they came to Ross's and TJ Maxx and places like that. And then I bought a couple off of Poshmark. But I'm going to keep that one. That's the Cotton Candy palette. Then we have the Sweet Shop Bubblegum one. These are very monochromatic. You have the blue one. Super pretty. Keeping. And I love the fact that the packaging is like, you put it like this and it's stackable and makes the ice cream. I thought that was pretty cool. And we have the pistachio one. It's the minty green one. Keeping. Then we have orange sorbet. The orangey tone one. Keeping. We have cherry on top. It's the red tone one. Keeping. And then last in that one is the sugar tone one. And that is the brown tone one. Keeping. These are very pigmented though. You don't need much, even though they're several years old. Okay, so then I have my Beetlejuice Recently Deceased from Melt Cosmetics. I thought my Bailey Sarian was my first melt palette, but I think I was wrong. This was my first melt palette, actually. I had forgotten about this one. This one, the packaging is super cool. Love it. I did want the Waiting Room palette too, but these were pricey. And my husband just got me this one because this one is the one I wanted the most as a gift. Very hefty packaging. And it comes with this cool little insert that is a still from the movie. So super cool. I'm a big fan of Beetlejuice. This palette, however, I'm keeping it for nostalgia reasons and because I'm a big Beetlejuice fan. But a lot of these tones are very similar. Like, you can kind of see it. These purples are very close, as are 3 of these greens. There's not much difference in it, so no matter what you use, the look always kind of is the same. But like I said, I love Beetlejuice and I want to keep this palette. I am super excited for the second movie to come out this year. It is actually coming out September 6th, which is the day before my birthday. So that's definitely one of the things I want to do for my birthday this year, is go and watch that in the theater. Are any of you excited for the movie, or could you care less, like you don't care for Beetlejuice? Are you like a big fan like me? And I'm so happy that they are actually bringing Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice and not changing that character. Alright, so last in this video we have this one, which is an older palette, but I just recently bought mine. So mine is technically brand new. And this is my one and only palette from Give Me Glow. Actually, no, that's not true. I have some Halloween themed that are bigger that I just recently bought as well. But this is one that I just bought from them. And honestly, I bought this because Betty Jean, otherwise known as Batty Bean here on YouTube, always raves about this one during Christmas time. So I finally was just like, you know what? I want it. And I mean, it just screams Christmas. You can see why she says that. And these shimmers look beautiful. So I think it will be nice for me to use at Christmas time, just to not really have to think about a look. Because you see they paired the shimmers together and stuff. And these are kind of more like, it's coming off white on there, but it's actually a very pretty silver, and this is more like a charcoal-y color. So definitely keeping. Alright, let me gather up my totals of what I've decluttered and what I am keeping, and I will get back to you guys. In that note, this was the one and only one I put in the maybe pile, and I think I'm going to keep it because I do like the quality of it. Alright. Be right back with my numbers. If I have the time and the space, I'll put up some flat lay photos, but if there's no photos, I just didn't have the space or the time. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I am back and my numbers are, let me grab my phone here so I get the exact number. I kept 52. And that's these two. And then I decluttered 20, which is this basket here. You guys can't really see, but so I did much better than my last video. So I am happy about that. Could I use to declutter more? Yeah, always. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I have decluttered today. And again, you know, I'm going to use some more of these things and they may end up in my next declutter. We shall see. Stay tuned. I've got a lot more palettes to go through that are bigger palettes, like 10 pans and more. And I'm trying to pair them together so that I'm not getting super overwhelmed with filming and sitting here for hours and hours on end. What I might do is I'll do these separately as separate videos, and then at the end I might lump them all together for one big video if you guys would like that. But yeah, I'd appreciate you guys coming and decluttering with me again. And, you know, I always pass my palettes on to friends and family members. I don't throw things away unless they are, like, really disgusting smelling. So this stuff doesn't end up in the landfill. It actually gets passed on to other people who really want to give it a new home and use it. And anything that's new, I usually try to sell and make a couple bucks back off of it. But alright, anyways, I appreciate you guys decluttering with me today. And if you would, please like and subscribe down below. Really helps me out and I would appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Bye.